Alright, I'm just gonna say it straight. For the first time ever, I'm actually worried that The Boys might mess up its ending. And after watching episode 7, that feeling got even stronger. Because we only have one episode left now, and somehow the tension just isn't there anymore. That anything can happen feeling that made this show special, it's fading. And honestly, there are 8 major reasons why. And if you really think about this season carefully, you might realize that The Boys Season 5 doesn't feel like the final season it was supposed to be. Let's start with the first problem. The V1 storyline got stretched way too far. When V1 was introduced in episode 3, it actually felt interesting at first. Cool concept. Big stakes. But then the entire season started revolving around only that. Find V1. Talk about V1. Make another plan for V1. Over and over again. A storyline that should have lasted maybe 2 episodes somehow became the backbone of the entire season. And because of that, so many other important storylines got pushed to the side. Second problem. Way too many scenes that go nowhere. This season has so many conversations that feel completely pointless. Scenes that should last 2 minutes somehow drag on forever. Characters keep talking, but nothing really changes. No major decisions. No shocking turns. No real momentum. And then the next episode repeats the exact same cycle again. We're 7 episodes in now. And if you honestly ask yourself, what has actually happened this season? The answer is surprisingly little. A final season should feel tight. Every scene should matter. But this season feels stretched. Third reason. Major characters barely exist anymore. Where's Ryan? Seriously. Homelander's son should be one of the most important characters in the entire show right now. But this season, he's barely around. We still don't fully understand where his mind is at, what side he's leaning toward, or what role he's even supposed to play in the finale. Then there's Sister Sage, one of the most interesting characters introduced in years, the smartest person alive, and yet the show barely uses her intelligence in meaningful ways. It almost feels like the writers introduced a genius character without fully knowing what to do with her afterward. And then there's Terror. He shows up, feels important, then basically disappears again. And honestly, what is Deep even doing this season? People kept hyping him up like he'd have some huge role later on, but right now he just feels completely unnecessary. The show has too many characters and not enough focus. Fourth reason. Butcher doesn't feel like Butcher anymore. Remember why people loved Butcher in the first place? He was dangerous, unpredictable, terrifying in the best way possible. Every season felt like he was 10 steps ahead of everyone else. And after season 4 ended with him getting powers, expectations went through the roof. People thought season 5 Butcher would become an absolute monster. But instead, he feels weirdly normal. No insane plans. No iconic moments. No truly terrifying use of his powers. And when your strongest character starts feeling flat, the entire story loses weight. Fifth reason. Huey and Starlight feel stuck in a loop. Their scenes honestly feel repetitive now. Every season it's the same emotional conversations, the same relationship drama, the same cycle all over again. It worked before, but in the final season, it feels tired. And Starlight's powers still don't even feel impressive. Half the time it feels like all someone has to do is cut the electricity, and she's useless. These are supposed to be 2 of the main characters of the show, but somehow they feel less important than ever. Sixth reason. Frenchie's death had almost no emotional impact. And that's a huge problem. Frenchie has been here since season 1. That should have been a heartbreaking moment. But when episode 7 happened, I honestly felt almost nothing. And I don't think I'm the only one. Because over the last 2 seasons, the show reduced Frenchie's entire character down to mostly relationship drama. Now compare that to a train's death. That felt emotional. Because the show actually rebuilt his character properly before the payoff. Frenchie never got that same level of development. Seventh reason. Soldier Boy's arc feels wasted. When Soldier Boy first showed up in season 3, he completely changed the energy of the show. Every scene with him felt huge. But after that, the show keeps freezing him, bringing him back, then freezing him again. At this point, it honestly feels like the writers themselves don't know what to do with him. Which is crazy because he's still one of the best characters in the entire series. And finally, the biggest issue. The ending feels predictable. Right now the setup feels obvious. Homelander is basically unstoppable. Soldier Boy is locked away. Only one episode remains. And it feels like the finale is heading toward the most basic outcome possible. Soldier Boy comes back and kills Homelander. And if that happens, sure, it might be shocking in the moment. But shocking and satisfying are not the same thing. A great ending has to feel earned. And right now, this season doesn't fully feel earned. That's the biggest disappointment. Because the boys used to feel fearless, unpredictable, chaotic in the best way possible. Now a lot of scenes feel stretched, repetitive, and strangely safe. But even after all of this, I genuinely hope the finale proves me wrong. Because since season 1, The Boys has been one of the boldest superhero shows ever made, and it deserves a legendary ending. Now we just have to wait and see whether the finale saves everything, or leaves fans divided forever. What do you think? Do you still trust the finale? Or are you worried too? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.